Now coming in. Well, it is the second day of the key BJP Chief Ministers Conclave meeting today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has met the Chief Ministers and Deputy Chief Ministers of the BJP ruled states. As you can clearly see the visuals that we are flashing on your screen, Prime Minister Modi walking in to meet all of the BJP ruled states Chief Minister as well as Deputy Chief Minister. You can see Union Home Minister Amit Shah also present in that particular meeting, along with JP Nadda, of course, the party president, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh over there in that meeting. The visuals on your screen at this point of time, we are bringing it straight away from the second day of the key BJP Chief Ministers Conclave, where Prime Minister Modi met the Chief Ministers and Deputy Chief Ministers of the BJP ruled states. We'll bring you more details as and when we receive it from our reporters with regards to what exactly transpired there in the meeting, what all was discussed, and what is going to be BJP's next strategy in the upcoming assembly polls due for this year later. We have seen a News 18's Payal Mehta, in fact, joining us on the broadcast. Payal, a very good morning to you. Please walk us through all the details that you have picked up from your sources with regards to this particular meeting.
Good morning, Sakshi, to our viewers, and good morning to you as well. This is day 2 of the CM-PM conference that you're actually seeing today at the party headquarters. Yesterday, there was a lot of discussion that took place on, central government schemes, its impact. So various chief ministers did make a presentation on multiple issues, right from the focus on making India the world's third largest economy to focus on the jobs and, of course, how to curb illegal mining, etc. Today, the focus will be around a couple of important issues, especially concerning the upcoming elections in the 3 assembly states. So a little bit of a political discussion could take place. And most importantly, you've seen how the opposition has been up in arms against the government on the education mess. So essentially on the impact of the new education policy, possibly on what need and, the other issues have been. Union Minister for Education, Dharmendra Pradhan, will also be making a presentation at this meeting today as well. The Prime Minister, for the first time ever since the launch of Mann Ki Baat today, will be sitting down with his Chief Ministers across the NDA ruled states. Though in fact listen to Mann Ki Baat at 11. The meeting is expected to wrap up at around lunchtime is what we're given to understand. And the most awaited detail for today will be what Prime Minister says in his closing speech.
All right. So, Payal, as per the inputs that we have received from our sources, this is the inside scoop on what discussions exactly took place inside the BJP's Chief Minister Conclave that took place right after the Niti Aayog meeting that transpired yesterday. Today is the day 2. Discussion on the implementation of the central government scheme happened there. A presentation was also made on present government schemes as told by our colleague Payal Mehta. Brief discussion also took place on the 2024 Lok Sabha election result, Payal. But what exactly is going to be BJP's strategy for upcoming assembly elections for a couple of states due for this year later? Do we have any word on that emerging from the sources as well?
Well, yesterday when the presentation took place on central government schemes, that was a detailed discussion. And the Prime Minister did not speak elaborately, but the Prime Minister just emphasized on one thing, that the most important thing on ground can actually create an impact. Because remember, this is a meeting on governance, Sakshi, is that the maximum exhaustion of the central government schemes need to take place as well. But what really happens, and because, you've seen a lot of schemes being launched in Madhya Pradesh, on the Madhya Pradesh model in Maharashtra as well. What can be its impact? What is required to be done further? What kind of schemes of the center, the pet schemes of the center, can be exhausted in the upcoming states? That's probably going to be discussed today as well. But today is likely to be more of a political discussion, but more than anything else, like I said, what will the Prime Minister say? What will he tell his party colleagues who are also holding constitutional positions, in states, both as chief ministers as well as deputy chief ministers in multiple states, is going to be extremely important. We have seen a lot of bad blood between the UP chief minister and the deputy chief ministers, over the last couple of weeks, but all of them were in attendance yesterday in the meeting as well. So obviously, what could not be done by the state has been done by the Prime Minister to unite everybody, bring them together and tell them that yes, this is a government which has worked very hard for the people over the last 10 years, and let's see what more needs to be done as well. So obviously, although there will be no discussion on seats or, candidates, etc., but what really can be the impact of the governance model, of the center as well as the double engine growth with impact on the upcoming elections is going to be extremely important to watch out for, Sakshi.
Right, Payal. Thank you so much for walking us through all of those crucial details coming in with regards to this 2-day-long meeting held by Prime Minister Modi, of course. We'll keep coming back to you for more details as and when this meeting wraps up right now.